to give choreographers the time and space to just create and ideate on a dance, on some idea that they have without the pressure of it coming to stage. Because that is a lot for you to think about when you have a deadline of it has to go on stage. And so we give a few choreographers each year the opportunity to just get into the studio and start playing around, doing exactly what we just did with improv, working with a group of dancers to create a piece. And then we get feedback from audiences about the piece, about what they thought, about what they liked, about what their ideas on the concept was. And so Nia concluded her palette project time period at the beginning of the month. And when we saw her piece, the work in progress that she created, we were like, you know, we want to give it a stage. We want to give it a platform. And we had the opportunity to bring it to Feed Your Senses. So I'm going to turn the mic over to Nia. Nia, I would love to hear some of your thoughts about, one, the experience of being a choreographer and making new work. Like, how was that for you?
Hello, everyone. So the experience for me was very interesting. I've been dancing and teaching for a very long time, but haven't really gotten my feet wet as a choreographer. So just the opportunity to work with some beautiful dancers that have the facility to do whatever I asked them to do, to also work through the thoughts and the feelings that I was experiencing. This piece is called Passing Me By. So a big part of this piece was me feeling like my dream of being a choreographer was passing me by. And not necessarily in a negative way, but so many things came about as I've been on this journey. So the big piece was about how can I show that I have this big dream, this big fire inside of me, and it keeps just kind of passing me by. And just the opportunity to see what that experience is like and how you're trying to grab and reach for things as you continue going throughout your life and throughout your journey. So that was a big part of my process. And also, as a contemporary dancer, I'm really big on just having improv-y kind of like moments, figuring it out, giving the dancers the opportunity to have their freedom. I often say dancer's choice. So giving them the room to interpret their movement or my movement in their own way.
And while you have thoughts of this passing by moment, you have done a lot of work in this industry. So I want you to brag on yourself a little bit, Nia. Tell us some of the projects you've worked on as a choreographer, as dancer, as an actress, all that stuff.
Okay, here we go. I always tell people as an artist, whatever's writing me a check at the moment is what I do, so bear with me. But actually, Angela hired me for my very first professional job coming out of Spelman College. I finished Spelman College in 2009. So I've been in the industry for a very long time. I've done Universal Soul Circus, if anyone has ever heard of that, which is a national tour. I was the point soloist for that show, and I got to fly around the ring and everything. I also did an international tour called Drumline Live, and we traveled across the world. That is a show that is based off of the movie Drumline. So that's a really big show as well. I've done a really big musical called I Dream that was performed many years ago at the Alliance Theater, but that was a great opportunity. I got to work with Jasmine Guy and a few other notable names at this point, especially in my career. And also, I always tell people, I worked for Coca-Cola and Amazon and other big name brands, but I always tell people my claim to fame is that I was the resident choreographer for the show This Is Us. So for anyone that followed the show This Is Us on NBC, you will know that one of the actors had a dance track on that show. So I did all the choreography, I did private training with Susan, who is the actor. I did the casting for the dancers, I did all that jazz. Anything that had to do with dance in the show was from me. And also, I would be remiss if I didn't know that I am now currently working on arts and mental health. Mental health is such a big thing now. And I'm not ashamed to say that through my own experiences with mental health, I found that this is something that we need in our community. You know, we need to be having these discussions. We need the support. We need the services. So I do arts and mental health classes where I use dance and mental health, or acting and mental health, music and mental health. So that's something that I would love for you all to look out for as I'm starting to work more on getting that out into the community, and already have done quite a bit of work in that realm thus far.
Yeah, and I think what I love in being able to introduce choreographers and artists to the community is to really share that dance is a profession. It is a profession, and it's there are a lot of artists that work here in Atlanta, and it needs to be supported. And you being here today and you spending your lunch with us today is that type of support. So thank you all for being those eyes and the audiences and the love that's on those tables with us as we bring dance to you. So Nia, your piece is closing us out for today. Is there anything you want audiences to see or feel during the piece?
I think you'll see something, a lot of feedback that I got from the first performance is the patterns. I guess the patterns really, really tell a story. So I want you to think about what those patterns may mean, and the dancers going in and out with each other, and how they join together at some points and then break apart. What is your interpretation of that when it comes to your own life or your own journey or your own dreams? How can you relate to that? I'd also like you to just sit back and enjoy. I'm so happy to be bringing this piece to you all. Again, it is called Passing Me By, and again, I have 4 beautiful dancers who are going to bring this to you. So definitely, if you see me after and you have any thoughts or feelings or suggestions or anything else, I would love to hear from you all. And again, I hope you enjoy the piece Passing Me By.
Thank you, Nia.